Hey, welcome back to the show. I really love nerding out with you guys about innovative products for guitars. And I've just recently discovered the unlock nut from Graphtec, and it's a direct replacement for the Floyd Rose lock nut on the guitar. And I just thought it was really cool. I really love the Floyd Rose unit. I love the way that it does lock down and everything. I like the really low profile. I just love the fact that when you do break a string, 9 times out of 10, it's way down at the bridge and you can just cut off a little tiny bit of that string and wind it out and connect it back into the bridge, and you're off and running without having to change your whole set of strings. I just think the whole concept behind them is really cool. But I just saw this product for the unlock nut and I just thought it was just so cool. It's the standard Graphtec substance that's like a really dense polymer plastic that's, I think it's infused with a bit of Teflon. I always thought it was like a graphite, but after Googling it, it says it's all like a Teflon substance. And this isn't a permanent alteration to your guitar. You can always just take it out and reinstall the lock nut again at a later date. This is only held in with white timber wood glue, and Graphtec have made these in all different specs just to match different Floyd Rose lock nuts on your guitar. The one I've got today, it's a 12-inch radius and it's just meant to match the Floyd Rose 1000, which is also the same as the Floyd Rose Special. We'll just throw it in, I'll see how it goes, and I'll give you my honest thoughts. And there's a close-up of the lock nut. It feels really strange to hold. It's really hard. It feels more like a graphite little piece than anything else. And reading the booklet just here, what does it say? Its optimally ramped and angled slot design distributes the string tension over the entire string ramp, which allows triple the lubrication. Way easier string bends on the 1st to the 5th string positions, faster string changes, 80% reduced headstock weight, no more Allen keys for your nut, improved string to headstock connection. You'll feel this the first time you play. Straightforward upgrade, a final tweak on sanding to flush fit the edge with the fingerboard, and a drop of white glue. And goes through just the fitment as well, which is fairly straightforward, and I'll just go through it with you guys now. Just something to note, I often make a hardwood timber block. I make these for all my Floyd Rose guitars just so when I change strings or I change the tuning, I can lock out the actual bridge, hold it exactly parallel with the body, and they're really simple. It's just a matter of, I make them all sort of similar. It's just a molded hardwood block that I just drop into place. Sits in the exact same spot every time. See if you can just, and just holds the guitar exactly where I want it. And if you don't use hardwood, I find that just the swelling of the timber just changes the tuning of your guitar fairly often. But these are really stable once you put them in and you sand it to size. It's just really simple. And there's the original lock nut. I actually did sand this one down when I set up the guitar for the first time. I just sanded it ever so slightly just to make it perfect with the guitar and get the right string height. But I don't think I took much off it. Just using the vernier calipers now, you can't really do something like this without measuring things properly. But this nut comes in with a width of 1.67 or 1.68 inches wide, and the replacement is 1.69 inches wide. So it comes a little tiny bit wider, and I think that's actually a good thing because sometimes the Floyd Rose nuts, they sit slightly inwards in your guitar and you can just feel those edges of the guitar. I've got to sand about 30 thou off this block, which is about 0.8 of a millimeter. It's not much. I've got some 600 grit paper, just masking tape to a board. Makes it really simple to do. Take your time, I guess, with this one, and I'm just matching it. I just swap it over and I'm matching it with the original. I had this at the exact height and I was really happy with the action of the guitar, so I'm just swapping them in and out. I'm just leaving on the E and E strings, and so I think I'm done sanding that now. It probably took about 20 minutes all up of just sanding and checking and running back and forth and just using the old nut, then measuring, and I really just like to get this exactly right. This is all part of the nerding about and the specs. So I guess I'll just glue this down now. I'll just dab a little tiny bit just on each, maybe just a smidgen on the back of the nut. I don't want to put too much on because I do want to actually remove this one day, I'm sure. It's just Maybe not. I don't know. I just don't like things being absolutely permanent if they don't have to be. Right, so I'm back. The glue's had time to dry there. I'll just show you that headstock again. You can see it just sits really nicely in there. There's nothing that doesn't look bad in any way. I'm just going to set it all back up together now, reinstall the bridge. I'm going to leave the bridge floating just so that we can really just check like dive bombs and just see the tuning stability of this. Just putting on my standard strings from Stringjoy, 10 to 52 gauge. Absolutely love these strings. They last ages. If you want, you can buy them just so that you can get them in real custom sizes just to match how you play in the guitar that you want. There's no extra fee for getting them in your own custom sizes, but for me it's 10 to 52 with a 10, 135, 17, 30, 40 and 52. They just sound really good. There's the unlock nut installed on the guitar. It's got quite deep grooves in it, so the strings aren't going to fall out of that. Especially on like these Jacksons, they don't have much of a sloping headstock. I'll just put back in that small piece just there, just so it deadens the strings. I don't like having string noise. And yeah, it sounds great as usual. What I'll do, I'll just take out the block of wood that I've got that's locked out the Floyd Rose. I'll put the spring back in and we'll just see exactly how it goes and holds tune, I guess. But it's back to a floating bridge. This is the tuning right now. It's roughly in tune. I'll just try some dive bombs and just see how it returns. But just check the tuning. That's actually pretty impressive considering like I just whammy and dive bomb the crap out of that. I haven't got locking tuners at all. Like I've wound them like quite a few times around the nut, you can see. I think with the stability of locking tuners, you just get some excellent results. But one thing I will say is that it actually has changed the feel of the guitar. The strings, it almost feels like they're a gauge lighter, but at the same time, like it takes a lot more to try and bend them into pitch, especially with the floating Floyd Rose. Like it's collapsing and the springs are stretching as I bend, but you've also got that extra bit of string room there that bends out, but or stretches, but it does have a different feel to it. And we'll just check that. Maybe I'm stretching him as well. It's a bit hard to say when they are brand new strings. And it's really strange using a Floyd Rose that's floating and you're using the actual tuning machines. But if we go from there and I just lock it back out, I'll just put the block back in there. And this is how I'll be using this guitar. I really like it when it's locked out and just get that really sort of solid feel, like a hard tail, but it's got the feel of the Floyd Rose. And when you break a string, you can just fix it up in situ and get back to playing. But I guess there you have it, guys. That is the GraphTech unlock nut. It was just really cool to check out in today's show and just see how it goes. The tone is fantastic. Tuning is actually really surprising. I will come back with the ratio tuners on a later video and just have those locking tuners just so we don't have all the excess string here. And we'll go through a whole heap of whammy bar dives and try and really knock the whole thing out of tune. But I think it's just really good. The strings seem to slide across there really easily and gives your guitar a whole different feel, but sounds great. But until next time, guys, take care and I'll see you.